Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for clicking this video and wanting to listen to this talk. I'm actually delivering this talk from a quarantine hotel in Manila, Philippines. So bear with me if you will hear some noise in the background. I can't control it. But yeah, I just really want to share this talk with you, and especially this habit that actually made me so joyful for this year, that I felt like this year did not just fly so fast because of this habit. And it has become like my balm when I get sad, or when I encounter these problems that we all have, right? So, yeah, let's move on it. So, this habit is actually have been practiced by anyone, like believers and non believers alike. And even like non-believers have been finding some benefits from it. Like, okay, so what's this habit about? So this habit is about gratitude, like thanking well, as believer, thanking God for everything that he does, but specifically really listing. So this is doing gratitude list. And the benefits, well, those are the ones that I will talk about today, because it's different. Like, for non-believers, like they would say, definitely gratitude helps in decreasing depression. So just to quote, I'll read some of the benefits that I read from my subscription from Pep Talk Her. And she said, like, the benefits, it includes decreasing depression, increasing long-term happiness, and improving relationships, which are so true. But today I want to share with you, like, what are the benefits if you do this gratitude list, directing them to God, like thanking God for this things, for the ones in your gratitude list, because it's so different. Like, it, your life will have supernatural outlook. And I call this talk lens of God, because that's the, I think, the highest benefit I got, because I got to see things how God sees them, like how He allowed a certain person to come in my life, or to meet this person, because actually this person would have an effect eventually. And I see that because every day I do this gratitude list. So how do I do it? It started actually when this year, so just this year, when my dad passed away last January. And for me, that's the saddest event that can happen in my life, passing away of a loved one. Hence, the way I cope with it is starting this gratitude 5 daily. Actually, I created a Facebook group, like a private, exclusive Facebook group, where the members can post their gratitude list, and grateful five, because we need to post at least five things to be grateful for to God, and it should be directed to God. So the foundation should be prayer. Like, when you're doing the list, you're actually talking to God what happened in the day, and what were the blessings that He sent you. So, like, really directing your gratefulness to God. And the things there are not necessarily like big things, like the smaller the better. Because in the small things, you will actually connect them to the other big things and events that will happen, or that has happened to your life. So it's just amazing, like how you realize the events spanning out every day. So, for example, the benefits I got are, well, first off, because I do it every night, you can't help but sleep with a smile. Because sometimes, yeah, you'll end the day like tired and sometimes a bit sad because thinking of the problems that happened and occurred in the day, challenges. But when I did the Grateful Five, suddenly I realized that there are a lot of good things that happened actually. And God allowed them, like even the challenges created or became means to for that good things to occur. So for example, just to be more just to flesh this out, for example, I've been like wanting to fix this table that I bought, but I can't fix it because I can't unscrew a rod, and I even asked a friend to unscrew it, and I can't even ask more people because we were in lockdown. And then suddenly, like one day, my lights got busted, and in my place, no one can fix them or no one can replace those lights except the staff in that building. So I asked the person to fix it, like to replace the bulbs. And then suddenly I just thought, oh, maybe I'll ask this person to unscrew this rod so that I can already use my table, the desk I bought. And then yeah, he just agreed, and with one with one hand, he was able to unscrew it. Like, so if my lights did not got busted, then yeah, my I won't be able to use my desk for the whole lockdown period. So like those things, those little things, and even like meeting people and attending events that will eventually help you. For example, on a Saturday, I met my previous colleagues. So and then I just share with them that I've been trying to. So I was really based in Australia. I work in Australia, and I share with them like I've been trying to apply for travel exemption so I can go home to the Philippines, but I've been like rejected twice already, and they were like, yeah, sad about it as well. And then so that happened Saturday, and then Monday I was about to like call like the DFAT of Australia just to ask like the reason why I got this rejection, like if I can do anything. And I'm still like sad about it. And I can't, yeah, I tried calling, but yeah, they've been like transferring me to different numbers. And suddenly, the colleague who I met last Saturday just messaged me and shared with me the news from the Prime Minister that's actually opening the borders for us who holds a temporary working visa in Australia. So which means I don't need to apply for travel exemption. And yeah, I got that news from that colleague. I mean, I can eventually hear that news, but it saved me from a lot of sadness and worry and calling. So it's so good. And I realized that because I did my Grateful Five on that day, and I realized how events span out, like how they connected, and how really a higher being is yeah is is like behind all these things. So of course with God, and that's another thing when I started doing this gratitude five. So I don't limit it to five. I just call it gratitude five daily, but you can always like exceed from five. So I started with five, and I realized that there are a lot of things that I'm thankful for. So I have like minimum of 30. Well, because there's there are really a lot of things like being like I usually start my list with first off the gift of life today, like having received our Lord in the Holy Eucharist, because now it's a luxury because during lockdown I can't go to mass and receive him, or being in the Blessed Sacrament, because during lockdown I wasn't able to do that. So like those little things that, sorry, I got just emotional. Those little things that I just didn't yeah, I didn't like realize the value so much. I realize the value when I do it, when I really thank God in my grateful five. And yeah, so the other benefits um, are like being able to get to know God more. Um, yeah, because like how he, because again, because of this habit, I was able to see how he planned things, right? And how he thinks in a way. So I really get to know him more every time I do this. Like, oh, okay, so you let that happen yesterday because you want this to happen, or what matters to him. So, for example, before flying here in Australia, I have this habit of cramming in packing. So, like, I was, of course, asking for help, and I didn't really have time to pack, especially that we had a scheduled outing in the office. And then suddenly, like, I was so slow in packing then for the outing. Like 2 days before my flight, we had this outing in the office, and I was about to go because it's my first time to join and my first time to go there. So I was a bit excited, to a bit worried that I haven't packed for my travel to Philippines yet. Suddenly, like before leaving my place, I was so slow in packing that I'm about to leave like 30 minutes before the bus departs. It was announced that there's a COVID case in the venue of the outing, though it happened like 2 days ago, and the person's already in quarantine, and the other staff are like turned out negative in the test, and so it's clear. But they still gave us the choice, like to go or not. So even if I really wanted to go, but I saw like when I prayed about it, it's more important for me to not to, yeah, to risk it, because I might get COVID there, or I might get exposure or what. So hence I didn't go. Hence, like, God gave me that day to pack. So like I realized these things, like and when I saw the photos of my colleagues, I was kind of sad. But when I did my grateful list that day, I realized that I gained more because I was able to do a lot more before leaving Australia, like connecting more with friends and packing and buying more for pasalubong or for gifts for my friends here and family. So yeah, it was, you will see things how the things that are happening are actually better than what you were thinking of. So, and even like I saw how my weaknesses were used by God to derive good out of them. So I saw that as well in doing the grateful five. What else? Also, like, the days are so rich. They are, it's not like, oh, just one day just passed away, and yeah, it was not so fruitful and all. But when I do the grateful five at the end of the day, like, I saw how it's so rich. Like, it was so rich with God's blessing, with God's graces. Because I even like thank him with the grace of the virtues that he gave, like the grace of hope, of having hope, the grace of being able to love, the grace of being humble. So, because those were things that we should thank God for, because indeed we can't do those good things, we can't have those virtues without God. So that's why I reach really like minimum 30 in my gratitude list. And the finale would be like looking at my list at the end of the year. Like it's a good practice. Because like even now when I get sad, I just look at my grateful list from the past days and I will be happy again. Or even like sad now, but when I look at my day, like what's happening or what I have, I'll be happier after, like looking at what God has been giving me, and even thanking Him for even like being able to share His cross, being able to carry with Him the weight of the sin of evil. So those things I was able to thank Him for because of doing this gratitude list. And so yeah, it opens my eyes to see a lot of gifts, a lot of things, and we know that God really wants this. Like the story, the parable of the 10 lepers, he whom He healed, and then just one person just got back and thanked Him. And he asked like, "What happened? Like I healed 10, and only one got back to give thanks." So He really wants us to thank Him, to do this grateful list every day, and to really count our blessings, because indeed we have a lot, and it's really a source of joy, because God wants us to be joyful, to be happy. And and again, to those who have more, right, more will be given. That's what He said. So like when we do more gratitude, like when we do this habit, and we thank Him for more, like more blessings, and we see more blessings from Him, this graces from Him, He gives us more and we see more. So it's really like, yeah, it's so, that's why I just want to really share this with you, this joy from doing this grateful list. So yeah, you can do it on your own, of course. But you can also join our group, the Grateful Five Daily Facebook group. I can share the link with this talk. Um, the Yeah, for some people it's a problem of being like, because they want to keep things for themselves. Of course, you can do that, but the thing, maybe the benefit of just being in the group is reminded being reminded of the habit, because you just see in your feed, it will be included in your feed that there's someone who did the Grateful Five, and you'll be reminded, oh yeah, I need to do my Grateful Five. And then also the other benefit is seeing how other people thank God for little things. Like you wouldn't realize, oh yeah, that's one thing that I should thank God for. Like for example, the farmers who planted the seeds for the food that we eat, or the fisherman who fished the fish whom, yeah, we enjoy. So those things are things to be grateful for: the sunset, the sunrise, the colors, that our senses are all working. Those are things that will be inspired in thanking God for, when we see others thank Him for that. So it's really a great habit, and I'm so happy I was able to share this with you. Hope you got something from this, and hopefully you can also practice this good habit. I'm wishing you best, and I wish you happiness, joy, peace. Yeah, thank you everyone for listening.